net income approach is developed by Durand. It is a relevant theory. It means that any change in debt proportion of capital structure will lead to a corresponding change in cost of capital as well as total value of the firm. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel MBA Shala. In today's video, I am going to explain you how to with the help of a small example, any change in capital structure, debt proportion in capital structure of firm, does it affect the value of the firm and also overall cost of capital or not? Let us see. And this comes under NI approach, net income approach. The complete explanation of net income approach is given in the description box. Please go through that before you watch this video. Yeah, what is given in the question? Firm A and B, two firms are there. They belong to same risk class, identical in all respects, except that. What is the difference between these two? Firm A is a levered firm. So, firm A, firm B. It has its own capital structure, and the basic assumption of capital structure theories is firms has only two sources to raise finance, that is equity and debt. So, given here, in all respects these two firms are similar, except that firm A is a levered firm, which means it has debt in the capital structure. So, both equity and debt it has. Whereas firm B does not have debt in the capital structure. Completely whatever finance it has raised is from equity source. Firm A has 5 lakhs debt at the rate of 10%. Both these firms are expecting an EBIT of 30% of their total assets worth 20 lakhs rupees. And equity capitalization rate KE is 14%, and you have to determine value of firm, that is denoted with the letter V, and K0, which is overall cost of capital. And using NI approach we have to find out this. So before we start calculating this, so the regular habit of calculating, before calculating any question, you should write down given data. That is a very good practice. So in this question, firm A has a debt of 5 lakhs rupees at the rate of 10%, and its EBIT is given like this: 30% of 20 lakhs rupees. 30% of 20 lakhs is 6 lakhs rupees, right? 6 lakhs, and equity capitalization rate is 14%. We have to find out value of the firm and overall cost of capital. So this is the firm A and firm B. Let us find out. We know EBIT minus interest. EBIT, just now we have calculated, it is 6 lakhs, and both the firms are expecting the same. Therefore, write down 6 lakhs for both the firms, firm A and firm B. From this, you should deduct interest. Firm A is a levered firm, that means it has debt in the capital structure. How much? 5 lakhs at the rate of 10%, that means 50,000, right? And firm B, it does not have any debt in the capital structure, therefore I am simply putting nil there. So the difference between EBIT and interest is our net income. So 6 lakhs minus 50,000 is 5 lakhs 50,000 rupees, and this is as it is because there is no interest charge there. It is 6 lakhs rupees. Now value of the firm is equal to equity plus debt. Debt is given in this question as 5 lakhs. So debt is 5 lakhs. And firm B, it does not have any debt. But to get this value of a firm, V, E plus D. So E value is required to calculate. Whereas under NI approach, total value of equity is equal to net income divided by cost of equity. So net income, just now we have calculated 5,55,000 divided by 14%. So it is around 39,28,571. So sum of these two is value of the firm. It is 44,28,571. And whereas here for firm B, it is 6 lakhs divided by 14% means 0.14. So don't forget that 14% means 14 by 100, right? It is 42 lakhs 85,714, making it same, right? Now in the same manner find out K naught. So what is this K naught? Cost of capital, overall cost of capital is equal to EBIT by value of firm. EBIT is 6 lakhs divided by value of the firm 44 lakhs 28,571, and this is just a second. Yeah. So this is value of the firm 44 lakhs 28,571, and this is 42 lakhs 85,714. So this NI approach is proposed by Durand. According to this NI approach, whenever there is change in debt capital structure, it will definitely affect value of the firm and thereby overall cost of capital. Here it is proved in this question that because A is a levered firm, its capital structure, its value of firm is 44 lakhs 28,571, and when there is no debt in the capital structure, its value of firm is less. That means whenever there is change in capital structure, debt proportion of two firms, definitely it will affect value of firm and K naught. And as I said, it is 6 lakhs divided by 44 28,571 is equal to 13.54. This is 13.54%. In the same manner, it is 6 lakhs divided by value of firm 42 lakhs 85,714. It is 14%. 14.01. Okay, it is exactly 14%. So whenever there is debt, value of firm is more and overall cost of capital is less. When there is no debt in the capital structure, value of firm is less and cost of capital, overall cost of capital is highest. So this is how NI approach, under NI approach we can find out value of the firm and overall cost of capital. Its description, its complete concept along with its assumptions, everything is given in description box. Don't forget to follow that. Thank you for watching.